I love this movie. I freaking one of my favorite films of all time. Like I said, Kathy Bates, James Caan. You also have what's his name, Richard Farnsworth as Buster. He plays the sheriff, and he was in a movie. I think he was in Rhinestone with Stallone. I think that's the movie I remember him from. He's probably been in others too. But you have what's her name, Frances Sternhagen as Virginia, plays the wife of the sheriff, and she was in Stephen King's The Mist with Thomas Jane. She played the school teacher. Of course, she was a lot older in that one. But fantastic movie, man. This is one of those films that you never forget. It's got, you have Kathy Bates and James Caan, great chemistry between them two. It says Paul Sheldon used to write for a living. Now he's writing to stay alive. Um, you make a movie about a guy who's in a room, all the time in this house out in the middle of nowhere. And how do you make a movie on that? Well, they did. Um, Fantastic. There was a budget of $20 million and it made 61 million at the box office. And it's based on the 1987 novel um, of the same name, which the novel, there were different things that happened in that, but I'll get to that. But anyway, yeah, Kathy Bates plays Annie Wilkes, one of the most memorable villains. I mean, at first she seems sweet and someone who's helpful. I mean, for crying out loud, she saved this man's life. But there's another side to this woman. There's a cuckoo side. Like, you cockadoodie, who uses that language? Who says that? You poop! Oh, I'm sorry, Paul, for making you feel all oogie. What's wrong with this lady? Go take your meds. You're giving Paul Sheldon meds. Take your meds. I understand her husband left her probably because he couldn't stand her fat ass. Maybe she was a little cuckoo to him too. I don't know. What was she doing? Sniffing something? What the She's out in the middle of nowhere. She's lonely. She hasn't had guests in who knows how long. So she doesn't know how to react around people. And then this guy shows up who's a famous writer, one of her favorite writers, and she just blows her top. Literally. James Caan plays Paul Sheldon, who is a famous writer. So the story goes basically is Paul Sheldon is up at a cabin out in the middle of nowhere writing his new book. And he writes these novels called Misery. Every time he writes a book, he needs to be in complete solitude. He needs to be by himself. He needs to have everything perfect. When he's done writing, he needs to have like a cigarette, a match to light it, and then a bottle of champagne or whatever. Once he does that, he starts to leave, and there's a snowstorm that quickly approaches, and his car goes off the cliff, and he gets hurt. And it's snowing, it's cold, and pretty soon he's going to be buried, but all of a sudden, someone pulls him out of the car. I'm kind of amazed that Annie Wilkes was able to do that because who knows how far her house was from the car? It was obviously pretty far because when they're trying to find it with the helicopter, they see the car, but it's like they had to fly all the way out to the Wilkes farm, is where she is, out in the middle of nowhere. So it's amazing to me that she was able to carry this man like on her back, and he's lifeless basically, through the snow while it's snowing in a snowstorm. It amazes me. She's a beast. We get to the house and he's in bad shape. I mean, he broke both of his legs, his shoulders dislocated, and I finally popped it back in. It was being a little stubborn. I can hear the bones moving, so it's better for your legs to remain immobile. And in the meantime, you got a lot of recovering to do, and I consider it an honor that you'll do it in my home. Yeah, I bet you do, you crazy bitch. So he's in the bed, in this room, meets her for the first time. She's like, I'm your number one fan. You're going to be just fine. I'm going to take good care of you. I'm your number one fan. I love Kathy Bates, like the expression on her face when she's serious, and then she just all of a sudden smiles. It's like she snaps. You know what I mean? It's like she has all these different personalities. It's like she's nice one minute, and then she just flies off her seat in the other. Like, what the hell, lady? Come to find out, she has all of Paul Sheldon's books. So right then, she's a hoarder. She's a collector of his stuff. Okay, she probably kisses his poster every night. reading his books over and over and over and drooling all over him. I don't know. She starts to take care of him. You know, she's a nurse. You get to find out a little bit of a backstory on her nursing skills and what happened to her. A little bit of a backstory. She has a scrapbook laying out and stuff, and you find out later. But you find out that there's, like I said, a kooky side to her. When they start talking about the book that he wrote, she doesn't agree with some of the stuff that's in there, and she starts screaming at the top of her lungs, like, "What do you think I say when I go to the store in town? Oh, now, Wally, give me some of the effing pea feed and some of 10 pounds of that bitchly cow corn. And at the bank, do I say to Miss Bollinger, oh, this is one big bastard of a check. Give me some of your Christing money. There, look there. See what you made me do." Oh, Paul, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, sometimes I just get so worked up. No shit. Yeah, I'd say you lost your damn marbles, lady. The elevator don't go to the top floor. What the fuck? She doesn't like the new book that he wrote, which was in that little satchel thing, so she makes him burn the book. She makes him burn it. She brings a grill inside the room, lights it, or she puts the gasoline on it and she tells him to light the match, and he won't do it. So she starts getting the gasoline and starts shooting it on him. She's sitting there talking all calmly. She's like, we're on this earth to help people, Paul. Just like I'm trying to help you. Please, help me help you. Really, lady? You're going to sit there and preach to me while you're dumping gasoline all over me? Oh my God. He lights the match. Thank God he lit it that way. Because if he would have went this way, he would have been, that's it. Burns his book. She's all sitting there going, heavens to Betsy. Oh my goodness. Heavens to Betsy. Wants him to bring Misery back. Because in the newest book, he kills the character Misery. And she's infatuated with Misery. She reads nothing but misery. It's just a character in a book. And she gets mad at it. I don't want her spirit. I want her. And you murdered her. No, I didn't. Who did? Nobody. She just died. She slipped away. Slipped away? Slipped away? I thought you were good, Paul. But you're not good. You're just another lying old dirty birdie. So she makes him write a new book. And she gets a typewriter, paper, and all that stuff. And makes him write it, and that's what he does to kill time and get better. And it's almost like a good thing in a way because he's almost stalling. He can't go nowhere. He can't even get out of the room. Okay? Being able to go around the room and actually have the typewriter, he's actually healing in that moment. Once he heals, he'll be able to do whatever. He even lifts weights. How does he do it? Typewriter weighs a lot, right? And he's sitting there going like this, and he's trying to lift it above his head, and he's just like lifting weights. That's how he's exercising. That's really good thinking, Paul. He makes his own key out of this paperclip thing to get out of the room, and that's when he finds out that she's a freaking psycho. The phone that's sitting there is not a real phone. There's no guts in it. She has a shrine dedicated to Paul Sheldon. Like I said, she probably masturbates to every night. I mean, she don't have anyone else in her life to do that with or for her. That's why she doesn't want him to go out of the room, because he might think less of her with the scrapbook, with the shrine, and even try to escape. Where's he going to go? He can't even. Is he supposed to take the wheelchair outside like this and go through the snow? No. What does she expect? Stupid she won't let him out of the room. Anyway, she finds out he's been out of the room, and what does she do? She breaks his ankles. Now, that's probably one of the most iconic scenes. Originally, they were going to have her chop his foot off with an axe. That's how it was supposed to be. But they thought it'd be too graphic, too violent. I mean, honestly, I think it's violent enough. The fact that she's breaking both of his ankles and you see his foot go like this and crack and like, I mean, his expression on his face, he just looks like it hurts. I mean, it looks like it hurts even, and I'm not even there. Okay? That's how much it affected me and how much it affected everybody who watched that scene. I mean, she does both ankles. Just because he got out of the room. That's it. What? It's just an excuse. It's an excuse to keep him there longer, because that's what she wants to do. She wants to keep him there. I mean, she was pissed off when she's like, soon your legs are getting better and you want to leave. And he's like, why would I want to leave? I like you. And she's like, I'll bet that's not altogether true. That's very kind of you. See, she's not stupid. She's not stupid. She knows he doesn't want to be there. It's just an excuse, lady. You don't fool me. But she changes her character. She'll be nice, and then all of a sudden she's like, the rain gives me the blues. I have this gun. Sometimes I feel like putting bullets in it. I have to go now. I think I might put bullets in it. Oh, what the? All this is going on, the sheriff is looking for Paul Sheldon. The agent's called, hasn't shown up. So the sheriff is going around on a helicopter, going into stores, trying to find out information, going to the place where he wrote the book, driving along the country roads to see, and then he finally finds Paul Sheldon's car. J.T. Walsh actually has, he's not credited here, but he actually has a cameo as one of the police officers who finds he finds Paul Sheldon's vehicle and he's reporting on it. So when they find the car, the sheriff sees that someone pulled him out of the car. They're expecting him that Paul Sheldon got out of the car and he tried to crawl away, but the animals got to him. Or he's buried in the snow. And he knows, the sheriff sees the ding marks on the car and he understands that someone pried that open and pulled him out. And so that's, so right away you're thinking, okay, the sheriff is on to something. He knows. So that's when he starts to go around, checking places. So, as the movie progresses, you get to see Paul Sheldon get even more pissed. Like you can tell he's just fed up with her shit. Like no matter if she goes psycho or not, he just doesn't. It doesn't bother him like before because he knows she's not all there. He has dinner with her, tries to poison her. It doesn't work. He decides to fight back in the third act. Once the book is pretty much finished, she ends up killing somebody, which never happens in the movie. You don't get to see her actually to be an actual killer. She actually kills somebody at the end, and there's a really cool fight in the third act, which I really like. The confrontation, what I like to call, very very good. And like I said, it's one of those things you never forget. And the dialogue between the two, it's great writing. I mean, Rob Reiner really outdid himself here. I mean, the music. Who did the music to this? Mark Scheinman. Very, very good theme music. And I love that poster. See how it's like a house out in the middle of nowhere, it's snowing, and then there's one light on, and that's where he is, like writing. You can see him in the distance, like that's what he's doing. Um, and like I said, he's sort of writing. It's sort of like a rebirth of him. It's like he was doing nothing but writing misery novels just for basically money, and then now he's basically writing to survive or fight for his life, basically. I love this movie, man. It's so good. Kathy Bates, she won an Oscar. It was the first film based on a Stephen King novel to win an Oscar at the time. Um, and King has even stated that Misery is in the top 10 favorite film adaptations. And he doesn't like The Shining, Stanley Kubrick's version. Oh, that's too bad. But she won the Academy Award for Best Actress at the 63rd Academy Awards. Um, but yeah, that was great. I mean, she deserved it. I mean, I even think James Caan did great. I think he deserved something too. But Kathy Bates, just her performance going back and forth with the character, just you know, that's hard to do. That'd be hard to freaking do, but you can tell she had fun with it. There were a lot of people who were offered the role for Paul Sheldon. There was William Hurt, who was offered the role twice. The Kevin Kline, you got Michael Douglas, Harrison Ford, Dustin Hoffman. Can you imagine Harrison Ford uh, being, in the bed with her going crazy on him? Don't get cocky. You got Robert De Niro, Al Pacino. Hey, don't give me that lip, okay? Okay? I'm not going to burn my book, okay? Robert De Niro. You talking to me? You talking to me? I'm right here. You got Richard Dreyfuss, Gene Hackman, who were also offered the role, Robert Redford. They all turned it down. Warren Beatty, who was also doing, he was doing Dick Tracy. If you guys have not seen Misery, you are missing out. I'm telling you that right now. you are missing out. That is my review for Misery, 1990.